Today it's Tuesday, June 18, 2024. E63 M157 sleeved block. What I have done till now. First of all, I have to tell you that yesterday and today it's a holidays here in UAE. The garage is closed, the guys are not here, I'm alone here. This is a personal choice, okay? Because I have it in front of me, that's the intake manifold that I have already opened it, I have cleaned it, I have prepared it, okay? And I have here the intercooler, I have already washed the intercooler. And I'm waiting till tomorrow morning, I'm not gonna close today, obviously, to come dry. Looks nice and beautiful. With the date 24th of October 2011. Alright. It doesn't have the fitting here from where we are stealing usually the boost, but there's no problem because the customer, he has an adapter that goes to the intake manifold. Nothing wrong with that. As soon as it's not leaking, I'm happy. Actually, also from down here, also inside, it doesn't looks like it has any corrosion or something. It was running on coolant and looks okay. So tomorrow when it's gonna be dry, I'm gonna make one leak test. I need to put the pipes. One thing, I need to change also this fitting, classic, like what I'm doing all the time. This goes to the timing cover. I don't know if the customer, he'll gonna decide to put the extra cooler, like the Formatic one, and to put the washer reservoir on the fender, behind the fender, and to put the tank here. It's gonna be a good upgrade, but it's not on my hand. It's up to the customer, up to the owner. If I do that, I need to cancel this pipe, no need a T anymore. I need to get the pipe from the Formatic, that's a single one. Alright, the reservoir, the expansion tank, all the rest are the same. This bracket is gonna be different. It does have this bracket because the boost solenoid goes to the where's the tank, the expansion tank. Alright, all the rest are the same, just only this is changing and the tank on top. Here I have this is left bank to cylinder head. This is after I'm gonna start working on the cylinder head after I finish with the intake manifold because it's dirty. I just placed here up. I have some parts that I have already prepared. I just dump it here, literally. I have the belt that I washed it, it's nice, I don't see any problem. I have the high pressure pumps over there. I found one AC compressor brand new with the parts. I have it here. I remove from the old AC compressor the AC lines. I washed, I prepared it, everything's beautiful there. I have here the thermostat, the coolant thermostat, that it's missing the membrane, the seal that has here. What does mean that one? That means you're not gonna seal properly when you're gonna open the thermostat, so you're gonna run a little bit more hot the car. Ideal, yeah, you see also these pieces here, it's broken, classic, when you're taking it apart. Yeah, ideal, need a new thermostat. I have also some old parts here that I wash it, alright? And I will gonna explain, like I explained for the thermostat. This is whatever they're gonna tell me from the office. To me, it's much better to put a new thermostat, okay? Same thing for the water pump. It doesn't look like it has any problem, but I don't know if he ever changed the customer. If he changed, let us say if it's 2 years old, I doubt, but I'm just saying, if it's 2 years old, it can stay. What can it stay? It can stay this breather here, because this has a date 22nd of January 2022. It's been printed on it. And this breather, it doesn't go bad. The same thing also for the centrifugal. It's been changed recently. I don't see it to be old, it's not burnt. I might come back to these two things for the crankcase ventilation or oil separator. I have something to say about that if I remember it. Maybe I'm gonna forget it again. Oil pump, it's here, it's been inspected, it's been opened, it's been cleaned, everything's fine. Turbocharger oil feed, the oil pan, the small piece of the oil pan up there. Here are the clutches, the clutch upgrade. This is the transmission oil pan with the seal and the bolts standing by. These are the gaskets that it came with the rest of the parts. The engine oil heat exchanger, it's here. It's been washed, it's beautiful. Oil level sensor, I have it here. These high pressure lines are the aftermarket high pressure lines for the high pressure pumps. Then the centrifugal that goes here inside, it spins. This is to don't allow to come out live oil, to come only air. That's why it has this one. Never mind. Fuel injectors with a rail, it's been already prepared. The rail has been drilled. Fine. Damper pulley, oil filter housing. I haven't prepared the spring for the thermostat, and I don't have the thermostat cap yet. No worries about that. NOx sensors. I found a new wiring harness here in the nylon bag. All right. And I have the old wiring harness. I have it down there on the floor. I didn't wash it since I have a new wiring harness. When it comes to time, I'm gonna check the part number. I'm gonna double check the pin out on the plug and on the electrical connector there. And this is for the ECU, and this is for the electricity. No, not this one. Sorry, this is for the throttle. That's for the electricity from there over there. Yeah. I'm gonna just double check the pin out to make sure that's the same wiring harness, so don't have any surprise. And then when I see that's the same, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the new one, and inside of the nylon bag of the new one, I'm gonna put the old one. This will gonna be, all the parts are gonna be returned back to the customer. All parts, nylon bags, everything. And it's up to him what he's gonna decide to keep. The wiring harness, the old wiring harness, it's a good thing to keep it, because later on, if, let us say, you break one clip or you break one plug, you can make with a pin out, you can remove it, you can remove one from there, clean it, and then use it on the new one. Later on, I'm saying, after 10 years. Example. Then, I finish from here up. Let's go here. Crankshaft. It came back from the machine shop. You see also the grease. I haven't opened it yet. First thing what I have to do, I have to get it as it is with the oil from the machine shop and put it on the lathe, spin it, turn it to see that it's running, or that's turning true. All right. Oil pan, nice and clean, like any other time. Beautiful. Couple of bolts, couple of things here and there. Some of them I'm gonna replace it. I'm not gonna use all of them. The high pressure pump housing, the cam actuators. I need to clean a little bit this area here to come silver. Not now. This is the adapter that I mentioned earlier for the intake manifold, from where you steal the boost. All right. High pressure lines for the fuel and for the charcoal canister, for the boost solenoid and this kind of stuff. Ignition coils here. Vacuum pump. It's not the OEM, nothing wrong with that. Okay, I already opened it, I already changed the check valve. The check valve is outside, it was coming apart. Okay, I already put the fresh oil inside. It doesn't have all this black oil what had before, and it's beautiful. Now, the oil pickup tube, this plastic frame, I'm calling it an oil pickup tube, all right? This one, what you see, this is the original from 2011. It's never been replaced. And this is fragile. This is burning with the years. You can see the date that it says here, 2011. Okay, and you can see here that's, what says that? 9 September. Yeah. So if you touch it, if you feel it, it feels like it's burnt. It feels like, it looks like burnt actually. I wash it, I prepare it, it's nice. I mean, you can change the O-ring here and use it again. But what I'm afraid with these stupid things, what I'm afraid, the oil pump is sucking oil through this pipe. Imagine, let us say, to have one crack here. So what is gonna happen? We're gonna start sucking air. For me, I'm gonna feel much better if I replace it and I put a brand new. I mean, if you compare the new one versus this one, then you'll understand what I'm saying, that this is like burnt one. This is like a sandpaper actually. It's a fragile. I mean, you might torque it down, and when you start the car with the vibrations, let's say, it might crack. I cannot be there inside. It's a plastic piece. I'm just saying. So for me, if it was my engine, yes, definitely I'm gonna put a new one for a peace of mind. All right. Then down here, engine mount brackets, turbocharger oil return. I need the new gaskets and the O-rings. I have the couplers here front for the turbocharger. Nothing wrong with that. Brackets here, it's being washed for the high pressure pump, the bracket, tensioner, pulleys, the other pulley, the aftermarket one with double bearing, that this pulley, don't change it, you change the the bearings inside if it goes bad. I have only one charge pipe. I have no clue where they put the other charge pipe. I have to find out. I have to ask the guys tomorrow when they come. I already prepared the two wastegate actuators because I don't know if they're gonna use the stock turbos or if we're gonna send these turbos for upgrade or we're gonna purchase a new turbos already upgraded. I have no clue. I prepare these actuators. I might find in front of me. Otherwise, I'll gonna give back to the owner washed. That's it. Cam adjusters and the bolts are here inside. It's the old cam adjusters. That's, again, I don't know if they were gonna put a new timing chain or an old timing chain, new design or old design I'm talking about. Standing by about that. The covers, nice and washed, without sealant, beautiful, excellent. The camshafts here, this is the foam for the, why I put it there, don't ask me, for the ignition coils that goes from up, you know. Down pipes, it's ready. I have down there the starter, dry wash only, not something crazy, oxygen sensors, just only with one rag, don't have any headache. The wiring harness, I explain why. The alternator, dry, clean with the rag, just to don't have any problem. The clutch inside here, it works, it spins nice, I don't hear any problem with the bearings, it can stay. And again, if there is any problem with the alternator, you can change later on. Don't ask me why I'm changing the AC compressor. As soon as I found a new one, I'm gonna put a new one. Yeah, I saw you there the intake manifold, the intercooler down there, the cylinder head standing by for tomorrow after I finish with the intake manifold. The BMW is still here. We are missing a couple of small things because the parts for this engine was on the previous garage and now it's not existing anymore. Okay, we need to order some things, some parts, and when we order and we have everything, then we're gonna take it out. Let's go outside to show you the rest. Here I have one box that I'm putting all the old parts, the seals, gaskets. This is the foam for the high pressure pumps that I'm not gonna use it because it's aftermarket pumps. Okay, there are all of the old parts. The dipstick, this is the old oil dipstick. I put a new one inside. All this obviously goes back to the customer. Here I have both turbochargers, the AC compressor. I wrap it. I'm gonna do it with a nylon later on until I get an answer what they want me to do with that. Alright, and definitely I don't want to put it inside here because under of this I have the piston connectors. Yes, it's for scrap, but maybe the customer, he wants to do something with that. I have no clue. So keep it as this. It's gonna be separate in a different box, not this. This is very tall. I just found this and that's why I put it inside. Then, washing area. Washing area, it's not that much clean. Yeah, because I was cleaning yesterday and today, all day. Let's turn off the fan. Yeah, disaster down. It's remaining over there, the other cylinder head. That's the bank one cylinder head. Alright. It's not now the time to put it inside the engine room. I'm gonna finish from the bank 2. Why the bank 2? Because I grabbed the bank 2 first, that's why. Alright. And then there is nothing else here inside. No, there's nothing else. I can close the light. Here inside, yeah, this is a garbage. Okay. Let's go to see the car. Before we go to see the car, this is the transmission that I have to rebuild. I have to put the new clutch inside and the aftermarket transmission oil pan. Alright. Then, yeah. Here is the car. Alright. I have bring here next to the car some fuel lines that they might use it, the guys, at the end, because there is a filter and there is the thermal content sensor. There is another one intake manifold that it's not for this application. Okay, there is the heat shields for the one that I said before that's cracked, and even if it was not cracked, it's rattling. I have some nylons here, and here there is one fuel pump that it's not for the E-Class. This fuel pump for a MLGLE. This is just boxes and cartons and these kind of things, because this belongs to the customer. Once again, the car obviously it's inside the garage. We're not gonna keep it outside, obviously. All right, when it comes the time, you're gonna see we're gonna clean the coolers and all these things to be beautiful. I mentioned for the cooler and for the wiper blades, the washer reservoir. Okay, that's nice. It's a good upgrade if they want. Like I said, it's not it's not on my hand to get the tank from here and put it over there in the fender, and then you're gonna have a space here to put a cooler behind of this. One it's for the intercooler, the other one it's for the I think it's missing also from that side. Oh no, I don't remember. No, it's here. This is here. Yeah, this cooler is here. It's fine. The other cooler that goes there, it's additional cooler for the radiator, for the engine. But like I said, it's up to the owner. If you're in a cold country and you don't care about the radiator, you can connect it to the intercooler system. So to have the big one in the middle, one right and one left. Just saying, there's also this option. There's plenty of space to put even a tank behind the fender, to use it as an ice tank, to have more coolant. Yeah. Then the transmission later on, after the engine build, I don't want to stay long without fluid inside. I'm gonna put a fluid for the clutch and all these things, but I don't want to stay dry for a long time, don't have any headache. Then I was going to say something. Will I remember or I'm gonna forget it again? Yeah. Most probably tomorrow I'm gonna receive the engine block from the machine shop. So, finishing the intake manifold, wrapping it with nylon to don't be contaminated. The conversion, if the customer he wants the clean expansion tank there to be independent, you can do it even if you put all together. There's no problem about that. Nothing wrong with that. The bracket is accessible from up. The same thing also for the pipe. Not a big deal. I'm gonna finish with the intake manifold. All right. Then, if I receive tomorrow the engine block, I'm gonna keep it 24 hours to make sure that everything's nice and pure and doesn't have any problem before I wash it, before I clean it. Meanwhile, we have the cylinder heads. Yeah, I hope the exhaust valves don't be a pain in the butt. It's a direct injection. I don't even remember how many kilometers has the car. I forget something. I said that, yeah. Regarding the breathers. One friend, he asked also how you can where you should put an oil cut scan on the M057 or M278. It's very simple. If you want to put an oil cut scan, you're gonna put an oil cut scan between this one and the intake manifold, and between this one and the pipe. It's not that much from this pipe, the long pipe that goes front, that has this pipe I'm talking about. Why? Because what's happening? This is like an oil separator. Not only it is, for me, my opinion, it's not purely oil separator, but it's not also purely crankcase ventilation. It's both, for me at least. All right. So why I'm saying that? You see that there are the holes there inside, and there is also some holes here, and this spins with a camshaft and goes and sealing over there at this point as it spins. So any air that it has to pass from here, it has to pass through this one and to come here out. When it's turning, when it's spinning, obviously it's not going to allow any amount of oil to come out, right? So even if you put it here, I don't think so that you're going to get so much oil. But if you want to put, where are you going to put? Here that goes to the intake manifold, and here that goes to the pipe. You can get two small oil cut scans, not something crazy, and to have it there. You want to put a third one there? I don't think so it matters, because from here it's not coming oil out. as far as I know and what I have seen up till now. Then, this one, let me find an old one, because don't touch this. These are new. To me, it looks like a new one, and I don't want to waste it. And keep in mind, like I'm saying all the time, even this, it was an old one and it failed, that it's not gonna fail. I'm gonna show you why it's not gonna fail. I'm gonna explain later on, not now. Let us say it's burnt. It's like this one, all right? And it might crack. Okay, and you replace it. It's not about, you know what, let's put a new one now because we make an engine rebuild. Because this you have an access from up. There are 4 bolts actually. You need 3 minutes to replace it. So not in the name of rebuilding an engine, this doesn't mean that you're gonna put everything brand new. If it's like that, get a brand new engine and put it on. Finish the story. Let me find an old one. I wanna show you something, because you can check this and you can check also this one. This is the part of the crankcase ventilation and the oil separator on the M157 M278. And that's it, these two only. Nothing more, nothing less. And it didn't took that long, right? This has a date. I have no clue. This is supposed to be 2011. I mean, you see how it does looks like, right? It's not. I mean, if it falls down, it might be in a million pieces. It's supposed to be 2011, this one. I mean, what's the difference? Is when one plastic burns. And then this one, once again, it's supposed to be an old one. It's supposed to don't be a new one. You see also the membrane inside here, where it seals. That's black. Versus this one, that's nice and fresh. This looks like a brand new. So, yeah, we are talking about the same part, all right? Let me take it this far away from here, because this is not being washed. This looks like it's clean. What can you do? It doesn't matter if it's an old one or if it's a new one. You can always do that. And why I'm saying that, it's not a pure ventilation, but it's not a pure oil separator. It's both, all right? Because of this. You can do that in all of them. You're not breaking anything. This has been designed, all right? There is this piece here. It's like a fiber, like a sponge, okay? This is just only to filter the fumes, to don't have oil, to don't be liquid oil, all right? And then from here, it's dripping down again on the engine. That's what it is. Nothing crazy with that, right? I mean, you can open it if the cylinder head, when you open the oil cap, it's full black inside and has too much carbon build up because you don't change the oil or because you have blow by, then it's the last thing what you're thinking about the ventilation. But in any case, you have high mileage, you're not changing recently the oil and everything is full black. This, it might glocked, you know, you're not gonna have a happy end. You can see that. You can change completely or you can wash it. All right, just saying that's what it is. This is on the ceiling head cover. When it goes up, where spin the camshaft. You know that. Also, this you can open it. There is one check valve here, and there is another one check valve here, and there is one membrane here. That for the membrane you can open it without any problem. You can put by again together, and from here where it's breathing the membrane to be able to make this movement. Otherwise, if it was completely sealed, you're gonna have resistance to actuate. Let me open it to show you what I mean. So you get one flat screwdriver, you put it here, and pop, it pops out. If it's healthy and if it's not 10 years old, it will not gonna crack. You're gonna be able to reuse it again. Now, all the story is this membrane. If this membrane it's healthy, and the check valve, not the stainless steel check valve, because there is a check valve, this one. This is always good. It's not suffering. You cannot destroy this. But there is another one check valve here. All right. If this membrane it's okay, you can take it apart if you want, like this. If it does have any crack or something, it's okay. It's fine. It's reusable. It's very difficult to fail this membrane. This is supposed to be 2011, and you see that the material of the membrane it doesn't fail. Now, to check the other check valve here, obviously you have to break it. Let me break it. I had before one broken. I don't have it anymore. Yeah. Never mind. Let me break this one. I'm gonna go to hammer it. I guess it's not gonna take so much to open it. Yeah. To show you how does it looks like the other check valve inside. This check valve you can check it. This check valve you can check it by just blowing from here. This goes to the intake manifold. It's supposed to be only one way. It's supposed to have suction all the time. So when it comes to boost, don't boost in the engine. Makes sense. That's why you have also this one when you have a boost and this is blocked, to be able to breathe from this side to the extra pressure whatever it has inside. Now, obviously at the end I'm gonna throw all these things on the scrap, on the garbage. I don't want it. All right. Let me break it to show you how it does looks like inside. Yeah, it's stitched all around. It's like not glued. It's the molding. There are two halves and they are putting it together. Just a second. And after tapping it a little bit, you split it here. If it's an old one, it's helping a lot. If it's a new one, it's a little bit pain in the butt. Now, I need to show you, why I did that, to show you the check valve that has here for this pipe. Okay, when you open it, this, you see, it has this one, this comes out. It's just support for the membrane. This is a similar membrane to the similar check valve, like the one that you can find on the vacuum pump fitting for the M57, for the same one. That's how it is. This is here. When it comes to boost, it's not letting the boost blow inside of the engine. That's it. Like I said, you want to put an oil cut scan, you slice this one, you put a hydraulic hose here, you slice this fitting, you put a hydraulic hose here, and then you bring one small tank and you have it there. If you collect any oil, let me know. Then this check valve here, you see that it's another one that's been, it's like this one, it's been glued together. This doesn't go bad, this check valve. I haven't seen any to go bad. All right, that's it. Now, helpful, not helpful. I don't know, waste your time. I'm sorry if I waste your time. It is what it is. That's the crankcase ventilation, oil separator, crankcase ventilation, M57, M278. And I think also the V6 has the same one. I don't remember, honestly. Yeah, that's it. Over and out. Again, another video again, when? Tomorrow, probably. If I receive the block, what will I gonna show you? No, see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put together the intake manifold, like I said. I'm gonna start opening the bank 2-cylinder head, stripping it apart, washing it, preparing it, laving the valves. Valve seals, I don't have the valve seals. Yay, lovely. I need the valve seals, but I can lap the valves first, prepare it, and then starting with the bank 1. When I'm gonna be ready, I'm gonna make another video. You're gonna see the engine block nice and washed, the cylinder heads prepared, all the parts prepared. Now that I'm thinking I have plenty of space to put also there, to don't have it here. Some of them I'm gonna wrap it, I'm not gonna keep it like that. I have some time today to check also the crankshaft to see that it's running through. If there is any problem, if I put, let us say, the crankshaft and I see that it has a run out, I'm gonna turn on the phone, I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna show you. If it's nice and true, beautiful, I'm not gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that when I'm gonna put on the engine, that spins nice and beautiful without bites anywhere, without turning, let us say, hard or something. That's it. This pipe, it's from this one. The other one, it's the vacuum that has a check valve for the charcoal canister. You don't have to put nothing there, because this, I'm talking about this one. You see, this is the pipe and this is the check valve from the other side. So yep, if you want to put somewhere, at least me, if I had to put somewhere an oil cut scan, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the cheap oil cut scan from Amazon, you know, that has different size fittings. I have already do that actually. You can get it here and you can collect it in one small tank. Now if you have a blow-by, if you have excessive, if you have bent rods and you have positive pressure inside the crankcase, it's not the best solution, but it's something. Some people will gonna do it. I don't know. Yeah. That's it. Finish. Over and out. Thank you.